day everybody, welcome to the channel and welcome to another video. I am your personal funky scene pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. And as you can see, we're parked here outside the gate in Rome in Italy, the Fiumicino International Airport, and we're about to do a flight with Iberia to Barcelona in Spain. Should be a flight of approximately 2 hours, but perhaps we can expedite a little bit. But let's go and have a look. We're using the PMDG 737-700 for today's flight, with the obviously with the Iberia livery, and we're using real world time and real world weather. You can check in the description below what is the exact flight plan for today. So you can follow along if you like, or if you're looking at this video sometime later, just so that you know sort of what's the general idea of what it is that we're going to be doing. So without any further ado, not even a little ado, we're just going to jump into the flight deck here and get this sucker started up. So let's start up the battery, and then we start with aligning the IRS system so the aircraft knows where it is located in the world, obviously. And I believe we already have the ground power available. There we go. So turn on the ground power there. Second, turn on power unit. Okay, so we're just going to turn on the logo light just for visibility. Alright. We're using the GSX menu today as well. I believe I may have to download reload the Timbri. There we go. To level. Okay. So we're going to request boarding. Now the program that I'm using, GSX, I must say I really like it, but it does not appear to be running quite as stable as I would expect something, well, as I would expect. Anyway, it is working, so we're using it. There comes the jetway, so we just requested boarding, so using the jetway extending and connecting to the aircraft, and you can also see the baggage handlers are coming for the lunch. Alright.
Do you want to board crew?
Oh, the last get to
Passengers boarding started.
Okay, so the passengers boarding now. Okay, so we're also going to request catering service. Now, since the last update, I've not been able to see the passengers walk through the jetway, unfortunately. I still do not know why that is. If I choose that there is not a gate, and the passengers don't see the airstairs, then yeah, you can actually see them, but no, now we cannot. It's just a shame, because it's, kind of fun sitting in the flight deck and, seeing all the passengers walking through with their little bags and everything. You can hear them in the back here. As they are all being welcomed. Okay, so we got these things set up now. So just go to work out itself. So before that, we use the needle.
Thank you.
First things first, I get all OCD when I see the screen like super bright. It doesn't fit well. Okay, so brighten everything up before we do anything else. I would like to have a nice and bright cockpit, well, at least the panel, especially along the integrated lighting. I don't know why, it's a little button for it. And move little bit shortly lowering and programming the flight, the filter. I got some floor lights here on the center pedestal. And panel light as well. So we're going to give ourselves some random block code here, 6077. Put on K only for now. The radios, we're not going to be using the radios anyway, because we're not flying on the line, just off the line if you will. We're not on that today. Okay, let's look, I think for now, should be ready to set up this flight. Alright, so we're going to be flying, let's pull up this flight now and look at it. So we were flying from Rome, which is right here in Italy, to Barcelona, which is right here in Spain. We'll be flying cruising altitude, today's flight will be 29,000 feet. Okay. Start programming the front of it. The first thing I want to do as action view, I'm just going to do this like this. Let's look at the OFT and what is the recommended fuel. It is around 7,000 kilograms of fuel. I'm going to bring along 9,000, just be on the safe side. Extra fuel then, so 9,000 kilograms of fuel and immediately update it. Not the most immersive, but I don't know, I like it. So now this is done. You can actually get started setting of the FRC. So position initialization. So we're at Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot, airport. And the gate number is 408. So it's always the question, will it recognize? Yes, it will. The odds are in our favor. So now for the route, I'm simply going to request it. So with the PMDG set to percent, so you can just export your flight line that you created simply, and you can load it in like that. So there is not yet any link, as far as I know, between the FMC and the Simply, such as you can see in some other add-on aircraft where that actually is a thing. So these are flights. We're going to be selecting it, request it, and it will now start loading. We're downloading the fuel, and then we're going to upload it and execute the flight plan. Let's look outside it. I think the boarding has already finished. Fairly quick if you ask me. But that's what you get when they walk through the jetway here, and they're not animated. Then basically going like really fast. Alright, we'll load it up. Now he's uploading. And once it's done, you click activate, and obviously the execute button. And now we're looking at the flight plan. Here's your leg stage. You can see the entire flight plan all the way from Rome to Barcelona. What we'll do, however, before we carry on, is enter the departure and arrival procedure. We will be flying. I'm checking off the screen so you can see the ESINO 7 Hotel out of runway 25. So ESINO 7 Hotel 5. So start with 5. I got here, but this was something I noticed earlier as well. There was something funny about it. It's actually 8 alpha perhaps. Would that also work? If we're not flying by Conus, we're actually flying by ESINO. But it does not look like I had some issue when I loaded this in the assembly. Just here above, it will give me some warning. Let's see if we can choose the Tota 9 Romeo. That's probably going to be it. Tota 9 Romeo, so let's go with that one. And the transition will be SC7 Hotel. Right, that's how we do it. Alright, so this is programmed. So we go back in the Xbox, and then now you can choose the arrival. We're going to be doing ILS for runway 02. ILS 02. And have a look. What's the VERSO 1 November? VERSO 1 November. Let's look at it. Let's see if there is a transition. VERSO. So we're just going to leave it as is, execute. So now, if you go to the next page, we have the actual entire flight plan of the program. There might be an occasional flight plan discontinuity that you want to be aware of, that you may have to fix later on. And it looks like this is the one example where this route discontinuity is basically before the arrival. I would assume now then that the summit is the initial approach lift. We will be looking at this later in more detail, but let's have a look here at the arrival. That's so good. The sun is there we go, the initial approach lift there, okay. So yes, basically while we are coming from our last waypoint of DBIM, this is actually they call it initial approach. I'm not sure what the IF stands for, but basically from this point on we'll be putting a waypoint there. But we'll do this. We'll set it up when we are airborne and cruising and getting ready for the descent. Okay, so now that this is all loaded in, we're going to, for now, go to accept it, which means we go back to the init event. And, okay, we're going to set it up, so we'll be flying, we'll be taking it with us, 9,000 kilograms of fuel. Here, so C, so cost index 32, flight level 290. And final result 2.2. Fuel weight. Cost index 32. And reserve was 2.2. I think it's 2.3. Rounded up a little. And the 290 for the cruising altitude. Execute. For the cruising wind, you can check this on your OLC. Cruising wind will be 284.54. So 284. 54. Precision altitude. I believe it's 6,000. Let's have another look at the departure.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Precision altitude 6,000 feet. Simply wait for 5 feet. Yes, right there. And there you go. The N1 limit. We're not going to be using the flex takeoff at the moment. We're just going to do a full toga thrust takeoff with a flat 5 setting and for gravity. And then we trim it to 5.72. Now the going 5.72. This looks like fairly analog if you ask me, but it was going to be using it anyway. It does seem rather precise nonetheless. Or I should say precise-ish, because it's possibly like a seamless runway length. If you want to know that, you go to the airport chart here, and we look for runway 25, which is this one right here, 25. It's 108, it's what will be everything in the box, 108. 108,000, or 10,850. And V1 is 128 knots, 131 rotate, and the ET speed is 138. So to enter 138 in the box here as well. There you go. And I believe actually the setup here is now done. All of the baggage handlers are done as well, so that's pretty good. So I think we should be ready to go. So, oh no, the case is arriving. There we go. My apologies. Okay, so while the aircraft is being catered, we're going to prepare the flight deck for departure. We're just going to turn on all the fuel pumps, the yaw damper, turn that on, and then we start up the APU. This will now start up. Seatbelt signs can go on. We are loaded now with the fuel. We are on the emergency exit light. Cruising altitude 2990, so let's enter that right here. And this is the airport elevation near this. That's about sea level, so we can just leave it as it is. The electronic, the hydraulic pumps there. Open the window lead. And for now I think it's fine. The APU has started up. You can just see right now the blue light turning on. So we are now going to switch from external power, from ground power unit to the APU. So the aircraft is now in its own internal power, which means we can dismiss the ground power unit, go to FS action, ground services, release ground power, and that will be disconnected. I believe we can also disconnect, but I believe we should also be able to disconnect the jetway. We'll look at this. Not really sure. There you go. Oops, thought it could be towards camera where it would be nice if this door were to be closed. This is not facilitated by itself yet. We'll be doing it closed. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I think we're almost ready. Let's have a look at what is our departure routing. Like reaction close. Okay, so the catering service is finished as well, complete. So also let's have a look at what we'll be taxiing. We'll probably be pushing back north, testing the north, and then via November Golf, Delta. Delta Mike, I believe that's Bravo Bravo. Stand by 1 second while I fix my seating arrangement. Okay. Now we'll look at the departure route. 3,000 feet. After 14 nautical miles. If I understand correctly, that should be very easy to do. 12790, ESINO continuing via flight 1. I'm not sure about that. Continuing via, can have a look at the place. Here, ESINO, Hotel, offshore Sierra Tango, radio 215, not very interesting. It's like an RNAV departure anyway, so this should all work out. So the initial altitude I would put with either 5790 flight level 100. Later now I might just put in 100 anyway. For 10,000 feet fuel, that's already there. The runway heading, let's have a look at it as well. Runway heading 247, yes, 247 degrees. Let's also put the heading down to 247. We got the runway heading there as well. And the course is supposed to be first officer as well. So that looks, I think that looks right? Let's turn on the flight director first on this side, so the master light there comes on, which means pilot flight, and then pilot monitoring. You could also do it the other way around if you like. So then now the pilot monitoring here becomes the first officer becomes the pilot flight, but becomes the microphone. So let's see. Okay, the flight directors are both on the Prat is on as well. Are lateral navigation and vertical navigation, so they are both armed. Then we should be getting ready for the taxi now. So let's call the seatbelt and we'll get ready for taxi. So prepare for pushback and departure.
For pushback.
Okay, well, so am I. So are we. So let's get moving. Thank you.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
As you can see the
locking gear.
ground handle there. It works. That's the north gear. So as I said, we'll be pushing back. Orient ourselves to right from here. North. Push back. North to the right. So right to the left.
Release parking brakes.
Okay, so we're releasing parking brakes. That's basically in this case the wheel cover there.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay. So we can start up the engines now. start up engine number 1. So obviously I turn on the APU lead. And there it comes. So the N2 is going to rise until about 20%. Once it reaches 10%, 20% will be providing fuel, which is now on the cut-off position. And then the N1 is going to rise and the engine stage is going to start up. So the GSX tool is working fine with that right here. It's always nice to see. Like we have good engine start with number 1. So let's start up engine number 2.
Set parking brakes.
Set parking brakes. Set up the controller for using. Ouch. My leg. Okay.
Ready for your confirmation for good engine start.
This always seems sort of a challenge, but it looks like it's easy to do. So they're now waiting for confirmation. Look, we have more than 20% in one. So let's go ahead and start up engine number 2 as well now. Start the timer. Waiting your confirmation for the engine start. So we have to confirm for the next menu. We'll do this momentarily. Click. We got 8 point something. There we go. So engine number 2 started well. Let's leave it. Cookies on continues. Not really sure. Go to wing it. No pun intended. Alright, so then start the pub. Let's go to the GITRI menu and notify our colleagues here on the ground in Europe that the engine is ready for the engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Looks like the sun will have set while once we arrive at our destination, Barcelona.
Unlocking gear.
So basically we go straight out. Remember the goal.
Tow truck
Bravo.
disconnected. Bypass pin
I think we're just
removed.
going to take Bravo. So November Golf November.
Left is
Bravo,
clear.
Bravo.
Right is clear.
Okay, so it's been disconnected. Let's have eye contact here with our colleague on the ground. He's walking like the cross between a nice swag and maybe he did a number 2 in his pants. Hey man, thank you so much. There we go. Okay. Alright. So now that the engines are both running, we're going to be switching from APU generator to the engine generator. We can turn off the APU now and on the APU fully. Now we see the FMC button lighting up here. So it says unable to turn on. Light is unable to turn on. should not be too much of a problem. I think we're just going to carry on anyway. Let's also verify the takeoff speed before we go. One two eight, 131, 138. And just go to previous message. It will probably be messaging us later on as well. Okay, so let's go to the flaps 5 settle. And we're going to the ARA. And let's also set the auto brake to the RPO for the check the takeoff in case we need to abort our takeoff. And now just verify takeoff speed, which we actually just did. Do it when you tell people. So we'll simply go ahead and do that. Alright, yeah, okay. Looks like that's almost it. We're still on the taxi line. Do a quick sanity check. I think all looks fine. We have the APUs turned off, so we're on engine power, if you will. Lights for now are good. We'll set up the overhead panel we're basically done. Let's switch back here. Navigation a bit quick to the map. Put it on stand up for now. So I think we're good to go. Start, please. So let's release the parking brake. And then we go for about around 40% and one. Sometimes I just look outside, you know, like to go. Today I feel like challenging myself a little bit and to not do it. Just simply do it like this. The problem sometimes is the signs can be a little hard to read. There is an aircraft taxiing there, so I believe we're not going on Bravo, but we're going to follow our colleague right there and take the first line here. Because otherwise we would probably be running into all of that taxi on takeoff. Look at this. But we'll follow the EasyJet nonetheless now. Can we confirm that we go on to Bravo? Not really. look like it. So we're going to taxi into position and hold, but before we do so, we're going to turn on maximum visibility, landing lights on, position, so, go. And cabin crew, make it now as well. Cabin crew, please take a seat for takeoff. We're already on TRA, so see that's good as well. As far as I'm concerned, we should be good to go. So let's get to position. Traffic, so right now, we're going to do go around, right? No, we're actually touching down. So what we're going to be doing is get the position and then we hold until the aircraft there as they take the runway. Then you can see them leaving the runway. Obviously, normally you would have air traffic control on the towers advise you once you are actually cleared to take off. We're going to be clearing ourselves now. So one last check before we actually take off now. Once the buses are armed, VNAV and LNAV are armed. We got 138 of takeoff speed. 121, 128 is D1, 131 rotate, 128 down to 2. We got left in the 5 position. Auto brakes on RTL. And it looks like we also have all the track lights on. So let's get this thing going. Can we turn off these back? What are they already on? So that's I'm gonna try this time. I'm not sure that it's being circulated there. So never mind that. So let's go. Let's step on the toe brake and pull up the engine to around 40 or 50% and one and let them stabilize. Let them stabilize. we're done with these turns, we can release the canister. We're almost at 1,000 feet now. Turn off your landing lights. I think we'll be proper fine for release. Yours is 0 noise. Oh, okay, thank you. Wait, I'll do this now. Stand by. Check 1 2. This should probably be check 1 2. This should probably a lot better. Let me quickly check here to the stream for myself. 1 second. Stand by. Okay, so my apologies for that. Thank you, man. I think the other day I actually turned down my volume when I was playing something with a friend, and he was hearing everything that was coming through my headphones, so he would hear himself double, and you know what I mean. What's the flight time for this one? The flight time, the overall flight time block time should be around 2 hours, and I will show you now what we can expect. Because at some stage I think we should actually be getting ready for the descent. You can see the top of descent right there. It's coming up in about, if I'm reading this correct, it's in about 160 nautical plus miles. If we go to, we are flying the Boeing 737, PMDG 737-700. And if you go to the descent page on the FMC, you can see the top of descent will be reached at 1835 Zulu, which is in approximately 29 minutes from now. Yeah, that exactly. It should be around a 2-hour flight or so. When I checked in the flight sim itself, it said something like 1 hour and 50 minutes or something. So I thought, oh, that's decent for a stream. But then when I actually went to the SimRead website where you can generate a flight plan, it actually there. It said around 2 hours. But I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to do it anyway. So here we are, and I hope you haven't been staring at the screen for very long without me being there. Like shortly after takeoff, I got a phone call from my sister because my mother's birthday is coming up, and she will be 80 years old, and so we have to arrange some things. Doesn't seem to be giving you trouble crashing anymore. Oh, thanks so much for asking, man. No, fortunately, not as much. I did have to. I think one of the things that may have happened is I went from the high visuals, the eye candy, like the ultra setting, to the medium setting, and that seems to work a lot better. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I will tell her happy birthday. She will like it. And yeah, so I think every now and then it does crash, for sure. It just keeps doing that every now and then, but I know what you were talking about, because, you know, like a couple of months ago, this was terrible, and you were in the stream with me as well, and it crashed a couple of times. It is not as bad, fortunately, anymore. However, sometimes it may actually still occur from time to time, and it happened the other day as well. So we'll just see, you know, just what's going to happen. So let's see here, I think, let's have a look at the map. So yeah, if the stream all of a sudden crashes, then you know, then you know, it still sometimes happens. Let's look at the world map here real quick. And, yeah, so there you go. My photography sometimes is a little bad, which is a shame for being an, well, a sim pilot at least then, but I would like to say this is Corsica, but I'm not really sure. But I think it should be Sicily, or is this Sicily? This, no, I don't know. I'm not going to go there, man. I'm not going to further degrade myself or embarrass myself. But at least we see there's the chunk of land. Oh, traffic. traffic alert, stand by. +3, that's good, that's our colleagues right there. Hello. Every time it would land, it would crash just as the landing was getting good. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, look at this. I just love this. You can see the speed of the aircraft, you know? Awesome, awesome, truly awesome. So we got these settings on there, and yeah, but this probably we're going to be doing a landing in the dark. Yeah, that was a really close one, but we're clear of the conflict, so fortunately that is good. Let's go to the map and increase our range a little bit more. Let's actually increase it a lot more. So yeah, in about 30 minutes or so we should be starting our descent to our final destination. No CCAS. I'm not sure what you mean. There is actually was it Traffic Collision Advisory System, TCAS? I believe that's what it stands for, right? Traffic Collision Advisory System. I'm not sure if the Boeing 737 intervenes on its own. Maybe you know. If you do, let me know. I'm not really sure if I remember it ever doing that. I think I definitely know the Airbus A320. It does. It will automatically pitch up or down whichever feels it's the appropriate course of action. And I'm not really sure. I believe actually I want to say that the Boeing does the same actually. Separations probably. Yeah, exactly. Yes, it was. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you know, it's close. I mean, you see this in real life as well sometimes. I've experienced this when I was sitting in the cabin, and you look outside, and all of a sudden, you look to your left, and you see this big cloud, you know, trail, and then you see this airplane, like you see the tail of the aircraft. That is so awesome to see, man. And you know, I'm never really scared when I see something like that happen. I usually think, you know, probably it's all under control, but it just looks really cool. It just looks totally cool. So let's see. And you know what? Since you are here, I'm going to play a little bit guitar for you. I have no clue what I'm going to be playing. I mean, on my guitar. Oh, let's add a couple here. So well, let's put it up higher. Let's have this will sound a little joyful. Yeah, man, that's for celebrating that you're visiting the channel again, man. It's nice. It's always nice to play a little bit of music. Thanks, man. Thanks. So let's have a look outside. Mind your ears. Might get a little bit loud. Oh, we got the trail there. The front trail. Yeah, so this is the final stretch. We just passed over the land there, and the top of descent is definitely upon us. Almost 137 nautical miles. 1835 Zulu, we're now at 2014, or 1813 Zulu if you want. We're flying real world time and real world weather at the moment. So yeah, the weather here in Europe currently not too bad, I would say. A little bit little bit chilly still, but we're definitely getting towards summer here, which I believe is what everybody is always waiting for. Now, before we start the descent, let's have a little briefing to see what we're supposed to be doing, and let's just hope that the scene will not crash on us, because it is actually still something that can every now and then happen. Especially since the latest Navigraph chart seems to be quite heavy on the resource. So we'll be flying to VERSO, where we should be at between flight level 250 and flight level 150. We have transition altitude. No, will not be here, I believe. Let's have a look at the approach chart. So we're expecting an ILS approach. We have the ILS Zulu for runway 02 in Barcelona, which is this little runway right here, which would actually be long enough for us. I would assume so. Let's just go ahead and do it. Final approach course is 018, so we can put all these things in now actually. Let's just go ahead and do that. The glide slope will start at 2,000 feet, and the runway is at 7 feet, so it's basically sea level. Decision altitude 299 barrel. Okay, so let's go to set up all these things now first, and then we'll have a look at the descent profile. So ILS will be at 108.75. 108.75. So we just simply enter it here, 108.75. We'll switch them. Switch 108.75. And then the course was 018. So we're going to be setting that. 018. FX band 108.75. And put the course here as well. 018. Alright, so we got this. And I believe it was 299, but let's confirm and not leave it to chance. So decision altitude 299, and this will be the radio, so not the barrow actually, yes. So 299, and we're going to dial it in. You should be seeing it here in the primary flight display. Let's get them both in the view. It's always a little tricky. So 299, dialing up. There we go. So we got the decision altitude 299 barrel. We got course 018 degrees, 018 degrees both sides, and we got 108.75. So that should be sufficient for the ILS approach for now. 108.75. The glide slope will start at 2,000 feet. Let's see, I don't remember. Does the sim have 80s? Yes and no. Yes, it does. Yes, it does have an 80s. But myself in my profile, I'm not using ATC in the flight sim. Because the ATC in the flight sim is, let's just say, not too bright. They're not the brightest crayon in the box. They might send you on your descent, like descent to flight level 140, and then you're at 140, and they say climb flight level 180. Like, no, this is just, we're not going to be doing this. So, and we're not flying online, so there is no ATC available. Yeah, exactly. So no. So for now, we'll just manage it ourselves. Let's keep a look. Okay, so 1 out of the 5 knots come out to the top of the descent. Now, what can we expect? If we go to the legs page, out goes the 10 knots come out, ever so slightly. The top of the descent is right there around, what's that, Jelly? Jelly, yeah. Yeah, that seems to make sense. Okay, so basically the aircraft is going to be following the vertical descent path, because we're flying at VNAV, vertical navigation. And that will basically just follow the sequence right here, 290 and then 277. Let's have a look a little down the list. Flight level 250, below 200, above 10,000. And then here the flight plan discontinuity, something I pointed out at the beginning of the flight. That is something we'll need to do there ourselves. And what we could do is the following perhaps. Let's have a good look here. No, I'm not going to be doing what I want to suggest. I think I'm just going to select Sunnis and place it right on top here. I'm not sure, sometimes it might not be the best course of action, but I believe in this case, let's just see if it's going to work out for us. So far so good. The FMC is not complaining yet, but it can always do so, and it will. So basically, step descent, 290, 277, 250, 200, 100, 7193, 2000. So yeah, this might be somewhat of a leap, but I think we should be able to manage. Let's go back for now. We're just going to leave it for now. Is it on 290? Well, we can rearm it maybe. 27, what was it? 277. We won't be needing it quite yet, but just so that it's there a little bit already. And one thing that I wanted to do earlier, and I believe that's exactly the point that that I got to receive the phone call. We could maybe try and expedite our cruise. 0.742. Let's see. No, I don't think it's wise. Let's not put in any more energy. Let's just keep it like this. No, I take it back. Okay, so we're just cruising on a little longer. We could maybe have a peek here. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, man, I've been flying the Boeing 737 for a while now. The other day I was flying the Airbus that I usually fly, and I was sort of out of it. It was a long time ago since I flew it, and yeah, I realized like some things, you know, sort of was forgetting a little bit, because I've been struggling in the beginning to get my head around the 737, but now it's yeah, it's growing on me, if you will. So that's actually pretty interesting. And obviously, I'm checking videos on the YouTube. There's the 737NG driver. He's actually a real-world 737 pilot. I believe that actually yesterday or something he posted that his airline, I believe he said that his airline, if I understood correctly, this airline is no longer will be flying the 737, or he is no longer going to fly the 737, and he probably will then be flying the Airbus. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but nonetheless, it's very interesting because it's an actual airline pilot, obviously explaining a lot of the systems and a lot of procedures and everything. So you know, it's a lot to learn, as you know, and which is nice. It's always good to learn and fun, obviously. Mentor pilot, yes, I love that guy. Yes, he's on YouTube as well. Yes, and he has interesting videos, and every now and then there's actually also a video about how to fly the airplane. Although I believe he has a lot of basically like for instance, accident analysis or near accident analysis, stuff like that. So sort of more like a technical, you know, like analytical take on certain events that might have occurred or something. But yes, he's absolutely interesting. There is also a, I forgot the channel, what was it? No, I can't come up with, can think of it now. There's, and then there's the 320 sim pilot. Oh, he's getting into educational things now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw something the other day, and I was like, hey, that's nice. But I don't think I've checked it yet. But yeah, this guy knows how to. 7 for gear, I love him as well. Absolutely, that's an amazing guy. It's absolutely amazing guy. I totally, I like him a lot. Yes, he's a good vibe, you know. He's positive, and yeah, and he's like pragmatic. You know what I mean? Like he's practical, and yeah, I really dig the guy. Yeah. And it's so insightful, you know, these guys, right? I mean, they're sharing, you know, they're just sharing their experiences, and man, that's just amazing, you know, that this resources, you know, that you have. He flies into your base, but oh, you haven't seen him? That would be so cool, man. Yeah, I believe is that like Atlas Airlines or something, right? Not sure if he would want people to know, but I mean, there's no one on my channel except you, and maybe my mother. This is the Ramstein airbase, the Atlas 7 for. Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, possibly I checked one of the flight numbers once. It was maybe a little bit stalkish, but you know, obviously I was curious. So like, oh, so who's this guy flying for? You know, so I checked it out, and yeah, it looked like an Atlas. Yeah, he's absolutely interesting dude. Yeah, and a very sympathetic guy for sure. So this is really nice, man. I appreciate this a lot. Let's have a look at the situation here. So 58 nautical miles. What's the wind condition? We have a headwind. Okay. 2.0 below. I'm just going to put my thrust in the VNAV, and let's hope to get a good landing. Kelsey's flying. Oh, that's so cool, man. Yeah. I hope you see him, man. I hope you get to see him one day. That would be really nice. It's so nice the stories he tells, right? Like, I don't know, he tells these stories about, I especially like these stories about ATC versus pilots, you know? Or pilots versus ATC, you know, like, they're just sort of not getting along, you know, the one time it's maybe the pilot who's sort of acting like a dick, and sometimes ATC is acting like a dick or whatever, you know? And sometimes maybe both. But it's interesting, and it's interesting the background information that sometimes it sort of seeps through. You know, it's not maybe necessarily directly, but you know, things like how to effectively communicate. You know what I mean? I love it when people try to say things about him in comments, and he slays them. Yeah, exactly. The ATC is also really funny. Yeah, the guy is amazing. He's super cool, man. Yeah. You know, he's not pretentious. You know, he's like, yeah, he comes across as really genuine. Yeah, and you know, it's something that everyone, I think, like on the instinctive level, maybe already might, you know, like appreciate or you know. But I don't know. Not everybody has the same sensory profile, perhaps. But yeah, I really dig this. And the Ventura as well. Do you know where Ventura is from? I thought he was, he sounds like he might be from Scandinavia or something, but then on the channel it says something about Spain, and I was thinking it doesn't really sound like a Spanish accent to me, but I could be wrong. And obviously this is an international guy, you know, because he's flying a lot, so, you know, who knows what happened to his English accent. But, I wonder if you might know where my tour pilot is actually from. Like which country, you know. Okay, so what we're looking at, 40 nautical miles, man. And now, what I always forget, and somehow
always feel stupid. He's from Sweden, but his base is in Spain. His wife is Spanish too. Ah, okay. Oh, thanks so much, man. I've been wondering. Okay, so I can still trust my ears, apparently, because he definitely sounds Scandinavian. But yeah, but I did see that he was based in Spain. All right. Thanks so much. I never knew. How are we doing with the fuel? 5.9, plenty of fuel left. We took 2,000 kilograms extra fuel with us, so we should be totally fine. Lately, I've been trying to get my head around, you know, doing a go-around. Hopefully, we do not have to do it because, yeah, but you never know. It's something, you know, I sort of procrastinate, and but you know what? Speaking about it, let's just have a look immediately now, in case we do need to do a go-around. This approach, we climb on the runway heading, so we have the runway heading 018, see right here in the course box. So we climb on the runway heading to 500 feet, but yeah, obviously depending how low you are, I mean, when are you going to declare a missed approach? If you ask me, it might also be above 500 feet, perhaps, if you feel like you're not configured correctly. But anyway, so climb on runway heading to 500 feet, then you turn right, not before PRA VOR, Prat, which is right. Oh, okay, so basically you need to cross Prat VOR, max speed 185 knots. So basically what we will do, the moment, climbing 3,000 feet and then as directed. Okay, there is the, let's see here. Okay, so it's an outbound radial of 053 for the Prat, which is also basically, you know, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to rack my brain too much. All of the guys say that go-arounds are stressful because it gets so busy. Exactly, yeah. They want you to turn after you're out over the other runway, I think. It looks like it, huh? Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. It is the go-around. Yeah, it's relatively stressful, and, you know, and especially doing flight simming. There is, you know, you have an empty seat next to you, so there is quite a workload. You know. Let's have a look. 20 nautical miles. All right. I think I might. No, we're just going to play it really short here. We're just going to wait until it reaches like 1 nautical mile and then maybe press descent. Actually, yes, there you go. Okay, here's descent page. Alright, that's good. So you have the descent now button. We have dialed in 277. Yeah, exactly. It's just one pilot, man. So it's quite a workload, obviously. And that's why sometimes I don't mind, when you're taxiing, going to external view. You know, yeah, you know, it's like, I mean, you can simulate, but you know, there's also a lot you have to compensate for, like you don't feel the aircraft, or you know, or there is no real, you know, situational awareness, you know, like, you know, obviously. 60 knots come out. Let me quickly go and select the flap position 40% and 132 knots left speed for the landing. Enter it right here. And I think that's it for this page. We have 108.75, course 018, so that is all right there. Let's quickly go back to the descent page, 13 nautical miles. So basically, yeah, so let me see if I can do this within these next 12 nautical miles. So once we are captured by the glide slope at 2,000 feet, the moment we are captured, the moment it will say glide slope, that is actually captured, then we go to the box and we dial in 3,000 feet. So that's something we do not have to think about should we need to do a go around, right? Alright, so where are we now? 9.7, it's getting close, man. And you know, I would not be a funky sim pilot if I would not use this poor timing. So I quickly make another cigarette. You know, you have to keep things interesting. You know, you have to keep yourself on your toes. You know, so you do not fall asleep. While I'm saying this, you know, the aircraft's probably nosing down, straight towards the ground. But, you know, like you know what they say, careful what you wish for. Hey, I hear. Oh, it's actually descending on its own. I hear the engine's doing something, but might be due to turbulence. Not sure what's happening. Might have been some turbulence, perhaps. It's not descending, really. Okay, so 4 nautical miles. We're getting there, man. And the reason, like I prefer to descend a little earlier, but basically because there's some things that I'm not really, have not really fully mastered yet. What I mean is, once this number runs out, I don't think you can click descend now, and it's not the end of the world. You can still do level change and all that stuff, but I prefer, if I can, to keep it on VNAV. So what I will do, oh, there you go. That's exactly, so it's gone already. But if the aircraft goes to descend on its own, I do. Oh, it actually is. Okay, so that's interesting. I never gave this a chance because I always got a little bit, you know, anxious. But and it's beautiful. Okay, so then I think we're 1,000 feet from our altitude there. Let's quickly go to the next page and dial in 250 for the next step. This ensures us that the VNAV will remain active. Otherwise, the VNAV will turn off and it will go to altitude hold. And I don't know. It's something that I sort of need to get my head around a little bit more, or rather get more experience. I mean, it's not rocket science, it's aircraft science. Okay, little pun there. Get this a little bit darker. Okay, and let's have a look at the progress page, and then we address the cabin. We are VERSO, this one has come out 1905. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard flight 812 to Barcelona. We have currently we have started our descent to our final destination, Barcelona, where we should be arriving at 21:05 in the evening. We hope you enjoyed your flight and hope to see you again soon. Okay, so just for a little immersion there and a little role playing. Let's quickly go back to the next page. The next would be below 20. I'm just going to, oops. 200,000 feet. Now the beautiful thing that I really like with the Boeing, the announcement. Hey, look, man, great minds think like me. No, sorry, I love that joke. Great minds think alike. Yeah, we need to do the announcement, obviously. This is just cool. Okay, 20,000 is dialed in for now. We should be below, so we could maybe just go like this for now. Now, what I really like about the VNAV in the Boeing 737 is if you go to your descent page, you can see what is your vertical deviation from your descent path, your vertical descent path. And you can see our deviation is that we are actually slightly high, and we're actually increasing a little bit as well. Why is this speed dropping there now? See, the speed's dropping, and we actually need a little bit more speed to create a little bit more drag, which should help us in descent. We can switch to vertical speed, sort of see if we can expedite descent. Go to the next page, and it's advising. I'm confused. Flight level. What does this mean? 15,000, 250, 275. I mean, look at this speed, man. This is this is not good. 202. I think I may have clicked something, because what sometimes happens, what sometimes happens in the flight sim is that the window for Windows pops up. Okay, the speed. Wait a minute. Let me stop talking and first act. Stand by. Yeah, Leonardo, and we see anything here. It's getting a little bit scary. I'm going to do speed and prevent. 275. And actually, let's, while we're at it, let's go 300. I mean, look at the speed, man. It's insane. So what I wanted to say is sometimes cycle the VNAV, or autopilot. What do you mean cycle it? What I sometimes do is like turn it off and on. I'm not sure if that's what you mean with cycle the VNAV. What sometimes happens when I, sometimes the, not sure how to put it. Sometimes I click something and the actual window of the flight simulator in Windows gives you this option, you know, like Alt F4 to shut down, you know, to close. And then you don't see your mouse, and you have to click somewhere, like here, for instance, or here, whatever. Oh shit! Oh, I clicked here, and this is the toga fast button. That is off then on. Yeah, all right, okay. Oh, then I think understood. The FMC speed, I think for now it's fine. Look at the mountains there and the sun setting. It's pretty nice. Okay, so what's our situation now? We're 6,000 feet high. So speed is still increasing. We are at 250. Let's go to the leg stage and go to descent. Let's see. I'm going to do a vertical speed increase. 4,000, I believe. That's probably too much. I believe 2,300 or something was the max, but I'm not really sure. But it's the sim, so let's have some fun. What is actually our current? So 2,300. Let's go ahead and try this. Configure block, you don't watch it, absolutely. Increase here. Speed 300, that's good. We're 8,000 feet high and still increasing. I'm totally confused. VNAV is now off, so let's do level change. I'm just improvising now. 50,000 feet should be fine anyway. There's no way to see, so no one's going to turn coming to. Yep, yeah, exactly. And what else can we expect looking ahead? Yeah, this might actually be quite a steep approach here, right? Or steep descent. The vertical speed, the vertical deviation is at least decreasing now. But see, also we should be below 200. In that sense, we're actually still fine. You know, I always prefer to do perfectly. I'm a perfectionist at heart, but this should actually still be fine. I would assume. 5,800, 5,700. So let's for now just keep on going a little bit. 200,000 feet. This is the leg stage. Posture. We need to be below 200 and 10,000. So we're going to jump to 10,000 feet. Because now we're in a situation where I prefer to be a little earlier rather than later. One thing to manage probably is the speed. Below 10,000 feet, you know, should fly 250 knots max. Then I wonder why the deviation is showing. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because it's not so bad, I agree. But yeah, this might have to do with, well, if I speak for myself, with my understanding of the systems or my not understanding, fully understanding of the system, which obviously is quite okay because I'm not an official real pilot, obviously. But let's see, target speed 275. 3,000. This is looking good. We're not descending too crazy. Let's have a look outside. Nah, to me it looks fine, but yeah, that's me. 200 feet. I think maybe we could switch back to Leonardo. You see the pitch immediately responding. And what's Josep doing to our vertical deviation there? And then that's actually going up again. See that? So I am going to be stubborn and just do a level change. Speed 275. We'll just go to a descent like this ourselves. I think that's probably the best. So this is really interesting stuff, you know, to be subjected, to be exposed to, you know, to learn. Ostur in 24 nautical miles. But you know, the jump there from 200 to 100 in 20 nautical miles, yeah, probably it's okay. 1327, 1298. So this is definitely beginning to look a lot better. 275 is still holding there, that's fine. We are aiming for 10,000 feet, so at some stage we should have the max speed limit of 250 knots. Look outside here. Cars are coming up. Let's hope the sim does not crash. So what we're looking at now, we're descending 1950 feet. Look, we're basically spot on there. There you go. So what's the aircraft doing now? I wonder, is it going to settle? Can we now switch to VNAV, perhaps? You can see here the magenta triangle that we are below the descent profile. So that's, to me, that's good news. Now I thought the forecast stage I have not mastered it yet. The least I could do is add the transition level 2000 feet, but it's probably not going to make any difference for us. And the QNH in Barcelona, the info, how do we do this? Open airport and weather. This is a really nice thing. It might want to climb. Oh, what? This is perfect. Throttle coming up. Let's have a look at this momentarily. 1013. That's fine. Actually, I think we are on 1013 originally also. So 1013. Let's dial this in. 1013. But you can descend. You can request some wind, but I haven't got this to work, so I'm not going to bother too much. Just quickly check here. There's no QNH we can put in. Not necessary. 132 knots is our F speed. We're a little bit low. And getting a little bit lower, but that will catch up. That might want to climb, he said. Yeah, let's have a look. So we're holding at 275 knots. That's good. You know, I'm loving this, man. gets just so realistic, you know. And probably, I don't know, like for us, or at least for me as a amateur, you know, and you know, it's super realistic. But you know, I would not be surprised if like this is like a realism level of like 10%. Excuse me. You know, compared to real life. Turn coming. Thanks for the heads up. So we're at 10,000 feet, so it's quite low. We can turn on the landing lights. 10,000 feet. And let's also strap in the passengers now. Progress page. 1904 Zulu. Yeah, let's also start up the APU. Might be a tad premature, but you know, rather a little early now, so that we do not have to do these things later. Speed's decreasing, and let's check what is the next. 072. Let's leave it, and then 2000. So yeah, that is actually quite a jump. And let's see what happens if we dial in 2000 feet straight away. I hope no real pilot is watching now and getting very upset with me. What you say? Stay about 10,000 feet, so we can taxi check heat hail. What? Stay above 10,000 feet, so we can taxi check heat hail. That's right. Let's do that. Oh, my apologies. Oh, I'm out of water. Okay, we're still VNAV path, retard. It's calling you a retard. I mean, come on, you gotta love this, right? You're landing, and you're doing your utmost to make a perfect landing, and the aircraft goes, retard, retard, retard. He's like, come on, man. You know, I just had a long day, people calling me retard, yelling at me, and now the aircraft is yelling at me that I'm a retard as well. I mean, come on. So far, it seems to be going okay. So let's for now look quickly here with the progress. Why is it descending now? What? This is so strange, man. Look at this. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't want any of this. When? But there was something strange with this flight line, I must say. I mean, the biggest chances is I'm messing things up. I will be the first to say that, but there was something funny with the flight plan actually when I started. Yeah, there were some sort of discrepancies, if you will, which I've never actually experienced with Simries before. I'm quickly stepping away from the flight deck for approximately 41 seconds and get a break. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're still at 10,000, that is to be expected. 250, that is to be expected as well. Progress, 1904. Okay, so let's do another announcement, just because it's fun. I'm not really sure how this works. Not really sure, let's just do this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We will be arriving at our destination in approximately 10 minutes from now. The local time will be 9:04 p.m. And the temperature in Barcelona currently is 15 degrees, so it looks like it's going to be a nice evening. Thank you for flying, and hope to see you again soon. Right, so that is that. Flex page 072 at VBIM, but we already dialed in 2000 actually. I'm getting excited here, man. It's cool, it's nice. Let's have a look outside here. Prepare the cabin for arrival. Oh, that's a nice one. I always use the cabin crew, please take your seats for landing, but yeah, I'm going to do this. Wait. Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for arrival, please. There you go, man. Alright. 1000 still is good. 25. It's increasing a little bit, but might be some turbulence. Now let me get my head straight. We are VNFL now. I did do a speed intervent, which is good. Let's increase this. I was actually receiving another phone call, but you know, at this moment I must press on. Okay, here comes the vertical path, descent path, the magenta triangle right there. Do we have DME? 22.7 nautical miles from the airport. I think they say that it's easy to get the passengers to sit down. Yeah, man, it's just all psychology, man. It's all just psychology and working the crowd. Sometimes, like during this phase, I'm getting really scared that, you know, like I'm sort of overstressing the, you know, the resources of my system, you know, computer, and you know, that it eventually might crash. But it has definitely not been as bad anymore as it was before, you know. So so that's a huge improvement. So at least 83%. It's so funny, man. To get the passengers to sit down. That actually makes sense, to be honest. Steep descent after Bravo Lima 012. I don't know if you see Bravo Lima 012. Traffic on 260, so the speed is actually increasing here a little bit. But we are still below the we're basically spot on for the descent path. Okay, let's quickly turn on the dome lights here. It's not very spherical, but you know, you can see a couple of things here. The landing lights are on. We have the APU ready. We'll not actually be needing it. Is there anything else we need to be doing up here? I don't think so with that. Look here, we're going to do auto brake 1. We're aiming for 2,000 feet, which will be the glide slope. We're now 7,000, we're slightly above. Speed is actually a little bit too high. I'm going to put in a little bit of speed brake. So let's keep our eyes on the green button there for the speed brake, because we do not want to forget about that. See if this affects our vertical profile, and it appears to be doing so. That is good. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Okay. Alright, man, so let's get this already up now. We're not at flat speed yet. We're this and heading. Let's put the heading to 018 as well. we will definitely needing that in case of the going out, because we will be switching to heading mode. And as I said earlier, the moment we are captured by the glide slope, we will then dial in 3000 feet here in the altitude box. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. We are still good. We are about to take a turn. Flap soon, thank you. For now we should still be good. This is an exciting. So we're turning here. So what I will do, turn on VR localizer. Looks like we are actually captured now by the localizer, and this is the glide slope coming up right there. I'm going to disarm the speed brakes, and let's go down. So these speeds, I'm never really super sure. I just need to sit down once. Oh look, there's a destination. Beautiful. Be able to oh look, are we 1013? Yeah. Let's turn on the approach. Single channel. We're captured by the glide slope, dial in 3000. And now we definitely flaps 1. And increase the speed, because I think we're coming in like a rocket. We're definitely coming in like a rocket. Speed brake. We are still descending, however, and I wonder what's going to happen. Going to be landing guerrilla style, army style probably. So far so good-ish, but this seems a bit unstable with the speed, but that's now dropping. I think it's about time we drop the gear. What is the PME? 4, yes. Gear dropping, and cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. This is really scary, flying with the speed brakes out this close.
1000.
Armed speed brakes. Some more flaps if we can. So the flap sequence I do not have down yet. I must admit. Looks like we should be at 1 almost, but I don't know. I mean, look at how low we are. You know, it doesn't seem to make sense. We're coming way too fast, aren't we?
500.
500. Look at the speed, man. I think we need to do go around. Really. Let's do it. Dial in 3000.
Too low terrain.
I know.
Too low terrain. Too low terrain. Minimum. Too low terrain.
I'm panicking. Heading.
Too low terrain.
And then
Too
to
low
VNAV.
terrain. Too
No,
low
not doing
terrain.
it.
Too low
Hell.
terrain.
Hell.
Too low terrain.
Okay, screw
Too
it.
low terrain. 20. 10.
Good. Look at that. This is not a Texas landing. Come on, man. Sit down. Oh, look at me struggle. Look at me struggle. Are we down yet? We're not down, are we? Oh my god, man. Maximum brake. Reverse is out. And toe brakes. Oh well. This is more like an emergency landing than anything else, but it looks like we're down. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, addressing everyone on board who is still alive and who is not does not suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome now. I would like to welcome you to Barcelona Airport. We hope you enjoyed your flight, and we hope you will forget your landing. Should you, after disembarking from the aircraft, should you feel the need for any psychological assistance, then please contact your nearest psychologist and seek help. It wasn't so bad, you said? Well, thanks, man. I don't know, I just started, so many things were happening at once there. But I'm telling you, something was definitely strange, but, you know, that's normal when you're not really sure what you're doing. But thanks, man. You're right in that sense. I mean, it wasn't that bad, could have been worse, but I don't know. You know, like when you're a perfectionist, you want a perfect landing, you know, like, oh, you know. So, yeah, so but here we are. Let's turn off the landing lights. And the cabin crew can be released as well. Always nice when there's a ground vehicle. That's so funny in Microsoft Flight Simulator that they just, you know, they have these ground vehicles sometimes. Flare just in time. Touchdown was pretty smooth. Yeah, I wasn't really sure whether I was touched down, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm going to have a look at the replay, or the replay, I mean, you know, at the video later. Okay, so it's taxi now. And, you know, I actually forgot to turn on the runway lights and everything. Look, see a little bit better. And let's get the flight directors off. And get this all done. Here as well. Follow me, truck. You touched down right after the second one. Oh, okay. Yeah, it felt something like that because it felt like we were going up and oh man. But cool, man. It's nice. It's I can tell you're way too adventurous, man. Flying along with this thing. And then I quickly put it on max auto brake, and then did some toe brake, and well, that I must say that was seriously affected. The aircraft performed like it stopped like crazy. Take a replay the nose gear might have stayed up a bit long. Yeah, something like that, right? I'm gonna. Unfortunately, I do not have. I have not recorded it, so I can only watch you know, just basically watch the video after the stream has ended. That's definitely what I will do. I did not check the airport diagram, but I'm just taking a wild guess. This is the way to go. Increase speed a little bit, 40 N1. Yeah, absolutely. If I hadn't done the max, absolutely, totally agree. Then we have gone off the runway for sure. But you know, that's why I'm thinking. You know, you know, that's why it was more like an emergency landing than anything else. But and as I said, it's, you know, we're coming in guerrilla style. You know, like we stopped just the end of the runway. Yeah, you're right. It's not a very long runway. Absolutely. Yeah, because this is the shortest of the 3 runways that they have here. And, you know, I put all my faith in Itinerary, but maybe I could develop some more confidence in you know in checking for myself. Let's have a look outside here real quick. Let's stop here for a second. And by stop, I mean stop, yeah. See if we quickly can get some overview of where we are. Is also something that's been doing lately. Let's quickly, no. Airport. Yeah, so lately this just keeps on loading for a while. But they did some really nice upgrades on the Navigraph charts. Navigraph charts, like, damn amazing. But yeah, but it's getting quite heavy on the resources. So we have terminal TS. Basically we take a left and then follow. Let's just see what's going to happen. So around 40% N1. And basically we need to take a left into here, I think. So later Go to YouTube, look up the LA speed story. Okay, I will, thanks. What is that? SR71 pilot line. It already sounds interesting. Yeah, I will definitely give that a quick screenshot of that. I'm not sure if this will be indeed. Yeah, so then I took a screenshot of your tip there. Oh, oops. Now, what is the yellow warning here again? Speed brake, do not arm. Okay. Yeah, I think if we go, it's an 80. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I think if we go to the probably the speed brakes are super hot now, or the brakes are probably not sure where to pull that up for now, but let's carry on. All right, man. Way into adventures. Thank you so much for flying along, man. It was absolutely nice. You have yourself a really nice evening, man. And this one's for you. This one's for you. Hope to see you again real soon. And thanks for checking, man. Thanks for saying hi. Totally appreciate it. And you have a lovely evening, man. See you soon. Bye bye. It was so nice. I'm going to carry on taxiing. So we're going to. Oh, that's the speed brake. Of course. See that? So much. Going on there. Take care, man. Good night. Absolutely. See you next time, my friend. Later, man. So we'll be taking a right here, I believe. So let's just go ahead and do that, and then after that, find ourselves a nice little cozy place to have ourselves a heart attack after these stressful final moments of the approach and the landing. Okay, and then we'll have a look at the chart here momentarily as well. And let's not get too excited here on the N1. See, where are we? So I think around here somewhere. We should take a right in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns or something. Obviously it's pitch black, so there's not a lot to see. You know what? It's going to turn in here then. I mean, it's dark anyway, it's going to be dark in 5 minutes that way as well. So let's just turn in here, I am thinking. And get ourselves to some parking position. So yeah, I apologize, this is not the most beautiful landing and not the most beautiful taxi. And I'm also sort of like losing my concentration after all the excitement right there, and you know, basically now I just need to just chill, you know, shut down the brain. Okay, so looking outside here for a bit, so we got the parking places here. This is Iberia. I would assume that we actually, you know, should be going to a proper gate. But for now this will do for the purpose of today's flight. It's interesting to see these planes that seem so close to each other, man. No clue if there's anything left for us anyway, left to park here. Looks like No. You know what? I'm just going to... There you go. This is going to be our parking place. And, you know, if the airport authorities have a problem with it, they can take it up with my boss. Oops. The parking brake set now. Alright. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barcelona Airport. I hope you enjoyed the flight, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the stream. If you do, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, tell your mother, your father, tell me, write a song about it, write a book about it, make a movie. I am your personal funky team pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. And thank you very much everybody for checking, and a very special thank you to Way to Adventures, who's becoming a long-time friend of the channel, which is very much appreciated. And I think on that note, we can just shut down, and we're not going to do a proper shutdown, just shut down the engines and shut down the stream basically. Look outside, there's not a whole lot to see. Pitch black, we're parked in between two buildings there. Here we are. Looks like we are still in one piece though, so that's always good. And yeah, so on that note, I'll leave you and hopefully see you all sometime soon. Thank you very much for checking, and goodbye. And the sound that you hear there is oh, look at this, the poor aircraft. Stop it. let's put the aircraft out of its misery. Alright, catch you later. Bye bye.